All right, so let's just start off. Take me through like getting to London, that whole experience, opening ceremonies, and just tell me your thoughts heading into your first match.
Well, just leaving the U.S. was kind of, it didn't bother me, but it kind of it bothered me a little bit because I had lost my first fight when I left the U.S. I didn't think that the judges were fair, so now I had to leave again. So I had to make sure that I was kind of sound. I ended up crying to my coach because I was so nervous about leaving, and he told me, it's gonna be all right. You know, because you've been training real hard, you're real strong, you fast. He said you've been waiting for this, and it's here. So when I went to London, I made sure that I was focused up in the village. First couple days at the village, I ended up meeting Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, some of the guys who play basketball. Carmelo Anthony already knew who I was.
Really?
Yeah, because he's a fan of boxing.
They came up to you.
They were at McDonald's, and when I walked up and I started talking to him, he was talking to our super heavyweight, and then he looked at me and he said, "Yep, you a fighter too?" I was like, I said, "Yeah, I'm a fighter." And he said, "What weight?" I said 165, and he asked me when I was gonna fight, and I told him and stuff, but he knew who I was. And I ended up talking to Kevin Durant.
Are you a big basketball fan?
Of him, yeah, I love Kevin Durant.
So it was kind of like he was meeting you, and he was like, "Oh, he knows who you are," but you obviously knew who he was too, right?
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. But Kevin Durant, he was just I just put on silent.
It's okay.
Yeah, but he's a real cool. Thank you. He's a real cool person. So I just enjoyed meeting everybody. Like I was able to meet a couple of the people I seen run track on TV.
Okay.
Like Carmelita Jeter.
Okay.
Ryan Bailey, Tyson Gay.
Yeah.
I met a lot. Didi. Is it the Didi Trotty?
Yeah, Trotty. Yeah,
Trotter.
Trotter, yeah.
Yep, I got to meet a lot of them. And even a girl who had beat one of them up in a race from Russia, I got to meet her too.
Now, were you, did you watch the Olympics growing up? Like, were you, because obviously Tyson Gay, he's been there, he's been around for a while, he's been in a couple Olympics.
I never was really like a fan of TV. I used to just watch cartoons. That's it. But,
all right, so now I guess we'll start off with your first match. Day of the first match, you wake up. What are those thoughts going through your head?
I always wake up real early in the morning. Down there, I woke up at 4:30 and got on Twitter. I just gotta make sure that I'm all right. You know what I mean? I gotta make sure that my nerves are under control. The girl I was fighting was probably 6 feet tall. She was a 2-time world champion previously, and she was a lot older, and she'd been around the game more than me. So the judges knew her. The judges kind of knew me, but at the end of the day, the better fighter was going to win. So I had to make sure that I was focused because I just wanted to make sure that I didn't make the same mistake that I made when I fought against the old girl in China.
It was Anna Laurel, right, was your first match?
Yeah, Anna Laurel from Sweden.
And she won the first round, right?
Yep, she beat girl from Australia, Naomi.
Yeah, so now she won the first round of your fight, too. I think you were down after the first round, right? So
it was 4-2.
Yeah, so you get into the corner after that first round, how do you bounce back? Because you dominated the second and third. I remember watching it.
I was thinking, like, it's okay. Because, something that I told myself that I wasn't going to worry about was the points. Because I had been watching a lot of fights, and I noticed that USA was up every first round, but then second round they're down by 2 or 3 points. So the round that I was most going to pay attention to was second round. So first round when they told me that I was down by 2, I said, all right. At least I know that what they counting and what they're not counting. So I worked from there. Then I was down by 1 point, and then I tied it. But I was just working. Like, I had to figure out I wasn't finna get to where I was chasing her. I wanted to make her look dumb instead of her making me look dumb. So I hit her with a lot of good stuff last round. In the third round, I had to just find her and figure her out a little bit.
I was going to ask, the last round, I remember watching it, you looked like you came out just furious.
Mm-hmm.
Was there something that was said at the end of the second round when you kind of knew that this fight was kind of swinging towards you momentum-wise?
The only thing I knew was, only thing that I was satisfied with was, okay, I'm getting closer. I'm getting hit less and I'm hitting her more. That's the only thing I was worried about. Because, my first fight down there, my second fight down there in China, fighting against Savannah.
Yeah.
First round was 2-2. I've never been tied with nobody with a 2-2 score in my life. So when it was 2-2, I freaked out, and I got to rushing her, and that's how they gave her the fight over me. Even though I felt I landed more punches, it just seemed like she was the more controlled fighter. So I made sure that I stayed controlled and that I landed some good punches where they was able to push the button for me.
Now, speaking of Savannah, she lost in the same round that you beat Anna. She lost in that round. What are you thinking after that?
I was a little disappointed, but at the same time, I had been asking God, you know, however you put the bracket out for me, you know, I'm gonna let you do you and I'm gonna do me.
Did you want to face her in the finals or in the next round?
Yeah, I did. That's why everybody said that they really like my second fight, but the reason I beat her so bad was because she beat Savannah. You know, I wanted to get that loss off my record. I wanted to fight Savannah just to get it over with, show her that, you know, you're not better than me. But I wasn't able to, but it doesn't matter now because I'm ranking number 1 in the world.
Is that how you felt after you won that second fight, that you kind of, you know, took that monkey off your back of okay, Savannah beat me, but the girl that beat Savannah I just beat, so kind of, you know, a little bit of redemption?
Yeah, that's how it was to me, you know. Everybody has been telling me to get over that loss for I don't know how long, but, you know, they're not me. But at the end of the day, we all watch it, we sit there and they're like, she didn't beat you, even though we all feel like that. It's just a fact, though, you know, that the judges gave it to her and that they really didn't care about putting that one on my record. So I just wanted to make sure that I beat her, so there's not like she'll never be able to say, Claressa Shields, you know, I'm better than her. She can't say it now, definitely, but still, just the fact of it.
So you get into that gold medal game, and you know you're gonna at least get the silver, but obviously you want the gold. What are your thoughts waking up, you know, the day of that gold medal match?
Usually I have to listen to like rap music or something like that, or hip hop music to get me all geeked up. But I woke up at 5 o'clock for the gold medal match, 5 in the morning. I got on Twitter once again. I was already ready. I had been ready the whole day. I made sure I ate a lot of food so my legs were strong. I made sure that I ate right, slept right. I knew that the fight was gonna come fast. I made sure that no matter that if I was just waking up and I had to fight the girl up in 1 minute, I made sure that my mind was ready. Like if I gotta fight her in 1 minute, I'm ready for her right now.
So you're walking up to that ring right before, you know, what's the last thought before that bell rings?
You know, you really never have any thoughts sometimes. You just walk to the ring. I know walking to the ring, I was singing a gospel song. I was singing It's Gonna Be a Brighter Day by Kurt Franklin, because I kind of felt nervous. But then when I walked out there, it's like something hit me like, oh, okay, we already out here. It's not no turning back. Do what you do best. And this you've been waiting for this forever, So once, you know, we hit gloves, she got to hit my gloves pretty hard. And when I realized she was kind of strong, and I looked at her like, all right, you know, just a disrespectful check, number 1. But, and then when the bell rung, I said disrespect number 2 because she walked out there in the middle of the ring to me. And then when she tried to hit me, I said disrespect number 3. So I started taking it to her. But first round, I started off real slow up on my own purpose. Because everybody told me that, you know, she's strong, she was going to come at me. I want to see how much she's going to come at me. And I was going to pick it up if I needed to. But once I seen how slow she came out first round and how slow I was coming out, I was like, okay, well, I know she's not going to be able to keep up with me, so I picked it up every round.
I was going to say, I watched it, so I noticed that in the first couple matches, in the first round, you didn't really seem like yourself out there. You seemed like a little tentative a little bit, and then we could see as the rounds went through that this is Claressa and this is what she wants to do here today. What was going through your mind second round, third round, as you get that lead, as you land a couple? I mean, you landed that huge hook and that jab, and, you know, she just looked a little bit like, you know, falling back there a little bit.
You know, up in the fight, you always got to figure out your opponent. You know, you can't just go out there and think that just because you watch somebody on film don't mean that they're going to box you the same way that they fought the last person. Like really, I felt that I could have stopped the girl from Sweden, but she came out there and she was more defensive than what she was the day before. So, you know, I had to figure her out, and then once I figure her out, then that's when I start putting my combinations and my punches together to see what punches fit you, because it's different strokes for different folks. So I had to make sure that I figured them out, because if you don't figure them out or if you wait too long, then it's just bad. But I was paying attention to the second round in every fight. First round, I really didn't care if I was down or if I was up. I just wanted to make sure that second round, where I really paid attention, where I got hit the less at every second round.
Do you feel that you've grown up as a fighter over the last couple of weeks? Is there something that changed in you in London, or you just continue to do what you were doing?
Yeah, you know, it's not a lot that have changed. I'm still the same person, but I'm more thankful to be around people who I'm always around. You know, being around people who you're not around a lot, you know, you got to deal with a lot of fake people. I'm just thankful to be around real people like living here. I got my stepmom Mickey. I got my coach Jason. I got my little brother Jaden. I got all my coach kids. Like, we're all like, I'm able to talk to them about whatever. But down there in London, I had to be all to myself. I couldn't really talk to nobody because you say something to them and they mixing your words up. It was really complicated down there. Like, I had to make sure that I was really focused. I'm just glad to be home. But I just learned that everybody not for you, you know. Because even though you might be there, you know, you might be there just like them, but at the same time, they always feel like they're better than you somehow, even though y'all both at the same place. So,
final bell rings in the gold medal game, and you pretty much know, you got it, and then the referee raises your arm. You know, what is it? You know, just jubilation or relief, or what are the emotions there?
I was the only thing I was thinking in my head was yeah, and then when I got my medal, I was just like, yes. I've been waiting. You know, I never knew how I would react when I got the medal. I always pictured myself crying or something, but I just didn't feel like that when I got it. I felt like it was unbelievable. Like, I thought I was going to have a seizure.
You look so happy. I mean, it was almost just like you couldn't contain your laughter and your happiness.
I couldn't. It was like...
was it kind of the kid in you coming out there a little bit?
Yeah, it was a lot of it came out because I had been so serious for that whole week. I've been serious the last 2-3 weeks. I hadn't been talking to somebody. I had been like, basically like I was in prison up in the Olympic Village. I would go to sleep, wake up, go and eat, work out, come back, go to sleep. You know, just like that was every day. So finally, when those fight days came, you know, just for me to be able to relax and be like, everything is over, you know.
Weight off your shoulders, kind of.
Yeah, it was a lot of weight off my shoulders, and then I got the gold medal, so it was like, you know, I got my gold medal. I was just overwhelmed by everything, and just when they gave it to me, of course I was just gonna take it and put it and let them put it on, but I was not seeing it. I was like, I was so happy. I mean, I'm still happy now. I'm glad that I can touch this gold medal, my gold medal, whenever I feel like it.
That's great. So you know, the game's end and you got the gold. How long? It must have felt like an eternity between when you got the gold and now you finally get on the plane and come back home. Like, were you just so excited to get back here?
Yeah, I was really excited to get back here. Even though leaving some of my teammates it wasn't hard, but you know, after being around people for a certain amount of time, you kind of grow relationships with people. But I was glad to get away from some of them. So just like I said, just to be home around people who I know, people who been knowing me since I was 11, 10 years old. Or some of them been knowing me like my whole life. Just to be around them, it helps me out. Like I just feel like I'm more loved here. And it brought this gold medal to reality because at first I would wake up and I had my gold medal right in my hand. I had to keep making sure it was there, and I had to keep looking at it because I was thinking I was going to wake up and it was a bronze or something. But
it's gold, I promise.
Yeah, so just to wake up and to see that I really did it, you know, I really made my dream come true. It's awesome. I don't know how happy to be. I mean, God, he really blessed me and looked out for me, so I'm happy.
They held the plane for you.
Yep.
And I heard that there was a standing ovation. Everyone was clapping when you got on the plane. Tell me, you know, you get on the plane and you think, oh, this girl's holding me up. I want to get home. And then all of a sudden they start clapping for you. What are your thoughts there?
I thought, you know, I felt the special treatment. I was like, whoa, y'all holding the plane for who? Because when I got there, I had I had to stay there for 4 hours for a 4-hour layover. But I was going to start my 4-hour layover. And they're like, Claressa, we have your seat. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm supposed to make home at 10 o'clock. She said, no. We held the plane for you. She said, well, if you want to wait till the next flight, you can, but you can go now. And I was like, are you sure it's me? Are you sure? I said, where's the boarding pass? And she showed it to me, and I was like, oh. All right. I get on the plane. So I got on. And but it was like everybody was clapping, and even like they were like, yeah, she has the board. Then they were like, oh, plane, I think it was like plane 37. They were like, plane 37, please hold on, she's taking pictures right now. And I mean, when I got on the plane, everybody was clapping. People were looking at me like, that's her. But I stood up and I showed everybody my medal and took a picture. And they were all like they were real thankful or whatever. Like they say I'm real down to earth. But I was just being myself. But everybody was like clapping and stuff. I mean, I don't know what I expected when I got the gold medal. I just expected to have my dream accomplished. I didn't expect people to be going crazy. Like, it was 600 people at the airport. that freaked me out.
That was my next question. Is you get off the plane and it's just, you know, the party starts. You know, what are you get to see your family, you get to see your friends again. You know, tell me that moment you get off the plane, you see everyone.
I've never been so happy to get off a plane before in my life. I can say that. You know, coming back from China, I was walking real slow. I didn't really want to talk to nobody. I was just like, dang, I messed up on my city, because I feel like I'm everybody's hope. So just for them, for me to lose, kind of was like I didn't want to come back. I wanted to prove to them that I was the best and that, you know, up in Flint, you really can be something. But but getting off the plane, though, I was real happy. I had been talking to my best friend, Aaliyah Scroggins, for it was maybe, I was talking to her almost about every other day down there when I was in London at training camp. So she knows a little bit of everything that was going on. She knows how I was feeling after my matches, before my matches. And she's wishing me luck on Twitter a lot. And she even did like the little countdown with me, like every morning she'd be like, yep, 5 more days, we in there. 4 more, we got 4 more days. 3, shawty, we got 3. And then she like 2 more. And like even in my fight, she was like 1 down, 2 more to go. Like she really kept up with me. And we had been talking, so when I seen her, I just got super duper excited because I thought she was going off to college. So when I seen her, it just blew me away. I was so happy to see her. But then when I hugged her, about 30 other people grabbed me. And I seen a lot of my family members who I haven't seen in years. So, but I was real happy, though. I was happy to go back to the gym. I was happy to see my sparring partners, my teammates. I was happy to see my friends. And I was happy to see my coach and just my boxing family, period.
Talk about your connection to Flint. You said, you can make it in Flint. What's the message that you want to give to the people here? I mean, it seems like you're really inspiring a lot of people here in the city.
The only thing that I want to say is you really can't be afraid to be different. I've been different for I don't know how long. I mean, since I was 11 years old, people didn't understand why I was so angry. People didn't understand why I wanted to box. People didn't understand why I like getting hit. You know, nobody understood that, but at the end of the day, people need to look at it like this. Boxing is what makes me happy. So I would just tell them, if there's something that makes you happy, yeah, there's going to be times when you got to sacrifice a lot, but at the same time, the easiest job to do is the one that you love. So boxing is easy. It's easy for me. It'd be real hard if I didn't love boxing. Like, who wants to get hit, or who wants to get yelled at, or who wants to sacrifice? All that stuff you got to sacrifice, but if you really want something, you gotta sacrifice for it. But I just tell them, don't be afraid to be different and have fun. That's it.
What's the best thing about the Olympic experience besides the gold medal? Everyone hears about it, the Olympic Village and the opening ceremonies and the closing ceremonies. What's the coolest thing that you can tell us about being an Olympian and representing your country?
About the people you get to meet. You know, everybody doesn't speak English, but it's just about some of the situations that you be in. Like, it was this one girl staring at me when I was getting my hair braided, and she was staring. And I didn't know why she was staring at me, but I just looked at her. She was basically saying she liked my hair. And I looked at her, I was like, hi. And she was like, no. She was like, no. She's like, no English. And I was like, wow, you don't speak English. Awkward moment, but me and you can't talk. But just like situation like that, you get to meet some really nice people. Like the lady who did my hair, she's really nice. Like, I just got to meet a lot of good people. But then after they see you up on TV after competing up in your event, people who didn't know you, all of a sudden they know you, and then they're like telling you good job, good luck, and they're hugging you, and then you're thinking like you're an Olympian too. But it's just that the other Olympians can be happy for you. So that's what I love most about it. But I think I really did like open ceremony. It was awesome because the fans were going nuts. They were all chanting USA, and I was just playing with the fans. Like, it was a lot of people who just walked by, but I was really interacting with the fans. And then somehow I kept being up in a crowd with all the tall guys, all the basketball players. So it'd be like 1 minute I'm walking next to Kevin Durant. Next minute I'm walking next to LeBron. Next minute I'm next to Carmelo Anthony and Westbrook. It was like I kept getting caught up with them, so I had to keep up with the boxers. But I was just talking to the fans. But I mean, just about the Olympic experience, period, is great. Like, nothing else compares to that. Nothing. Like, right before I got the 8 count up on Anna Laurel, I heard everybody chanting USA, and I can promise you this. I was thinking about going forward, but I didn't. But it's like this wind pushed me forward when I threw my right hand. I hit her and they gave her the 8 count. But it's like the wind pushed me forward of everybody yelling USA. That's how just touching it is, you know. It was a great experience. Like I don't think I'll ever have that again. But it was great. Like people don't understand unless you win there, but it was great.
Yeah, no problem. You're 17.
I was gonna say, speaking of having it again, 4 years from now, you might get it from now.
I gotta weigh out my options. I have to weigh out my options. Like I don't really right now. I'm not thinking about going pro, but I do have people.
High school, senior year, she hasn't finished.
And then I have a family too, and I gotta be able to support them. And if USA Boxing not gonna give me a lot of endorsements, or they're not gonna, help me out, that I'm not gonna just go getting paid a shortage amount of money. So whichever one is trying to help me out the most, whichever one is better. I think I can be successful in both. So, but a 2-time gold medalist sounds great.
Would you? Is that a goal for you to go to Rio?
Not right now. Not right. I mean, a gold medal, you can never be like, okay, you don't want another one. But at the same time, I just gotta, whichever way I go in boxing, I'm gonna be good. I feel so. It doesn't matter.
Senior year, you got to go back for the senior year. What's it like gonna go? You're going. I mean, you and a couple other Olympians are going back as Olympic gold medalists for your senior year of high school. What's that like?
It's okay. Hopefully. I know people are going to be freaking out when they see me, but I want them to be just as normal as I am. Like, I'm normal and I'm down to earth and I can talk to people. So I don't want everybody crowding me, trying to tire me out by taking pictures of me while I'm doing my work. Because I can be friendly, but at the same time, it's a certain time for that type of stuff. So I'm just going to try to keep it neutral. But I am glad to be going back to school. I'm going to be the most popular kid in school. So.
You're not going to have any problems making friends.
I think that
I never really did have a problem, but now, like, everybody want to be my friend. Some of them probably
going
to be.
I just want to know about Carmelo.
Yeah,
What's Carmelo like? That's what I want to know. That's so fun.
Yeah, he's cool.
You get, like, free basketball tickets anywhere you go now because you're, like, hanging out with all those guys? No, I'm just kidding.
No, you talking about Carmelo Anthony now?
No, I just mean, like, if you were in Oklahoma City, you can call Kevin Durant and be like, hey.
Shoot out. Hey, we got 2 pictures. I almost upped the video.
Now, I was gonna ask you about Twitter. I'm big on Twitter too. Is that something that's just kind of part of your life? I mean, I feel like that's almost for kids these days. It's such a big part of your life. You were on it the whole time in London.
Yeah, some people cut off Twitter, but I just gotta make sure that I'm social with somebody. I really can't keep thoughts in my head because it bothers me. Stuff that bothers me, like if I just keep it locked in and I don't say nothing about it, it bothers me. So I just put it on Twitter, see what everybody else got to say about it.
You're very entertaining on Twitter, I must say. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, me and Layla Ali, we even had a discussion on Twitter.
I saw that.
Yeah, so.
That's great. I don't know if you have any more questions.